Hello, welcome to Kilobits. I'm Toby, and I'm here with Ben Johnson, the creator of Sky Nation, otherwise known as Mr. Benjamin. Say hello.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, Sky Nation, for anyone that doesn't know, is this weird voxel sandbox where you make airships. Mine is like function over form. So, how's development going, Ben?
It's going good. Like I said a bit earlier, the doing a update every 2 weeks.
Right.
The next update's going to be player weapons, so like guns and stuff that the players hold.
You fucking what?
So at the moment, there's already cannons and stuff for ships, but
Yeah.
the next update's going to be focused on like shooting people with your.
I saw some PvP stuff, and I can't wait for the game to actually be released because I'm big into like anything where I can dick people over.
Well, people can buy it now at the moment.
Oh.
It's just like an alpha build.
Yeah, it's on Desura, right?
Yeah, and Humble Store.
Ah, right, cool. Oh man, there's some glaciers over there. Let's go. Can you control my ship?
Yeah, anyone
Oh,
can
man.
ship. You can even have two steering things if you really want.
Oh, that's so badass. Okay, okay, Captain, you take us down, and
Okay.
Oh my god, this is excellent. Okay,
So, there's like a bunch of different islands around the world which have like different resources.
yeah.
So ice doesn't really have a purpose at the moment, but it is amazing for a defense for your ship because people slide off it.
Holy shit, that's ingenious. Oh
'Cause
man,
one of the problems that like one of the main attacks at the moment is that people like sort of skydive onto ships to try and take them. But if you have like a slippery surface, they're just gone. It doesn't work.
shit. So it's like an anti-boarding party device.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh god, it is slippery as balls.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
God.
can hold shift to stay on things, but it doesn't work on ice.
Oh my god. Oh, Ben, help! Help! Oh
If you
god.
just stop moving and let it slide,
Okay,
you'll,
okay.
If I think the falls come where you try and sort of counteract it. It gets
Yeah,
worse.
I'm afraid to sort of try and salvage it at this point. Oh man, okay. So at the moment, I mean, are the tools sort of upgradable, or do you just have these base tools at the
Yeah.
moment?
At the moment, everything is sort of like the base tier of things.
Yeah,
While I get in like the other main features, which are the player weapons, NPCs, and like a faction system.
yeah.
And then I'll start working on. Well, at the moment, I think probably this week I'm going to work on some new islands, and those will give new resources for like higher tiers of tools.
Yeah, I get you.
So at the moment, like you've got like a hammer which destroys things, and you've got like a different type of hammer which allows you to repair
Okay.
solid materials, and then
Okay.
a blowtorch which allows you to repair metals, and a wrench which allows you to repair like machine blocks. So
I
like
gotta say, you did that in a very photogenic manner with with the changing. That's gonna look great. This is excellent.
I had to do it while I was thinking about it.
Okay, there's one thing that I would like to talk to you about, and that's link drives, because I'm going to have myself a server
Yeah.
where I would say clan, okay, my posse are going to hang out. And we're
Yeah.
going to build these dreadnoughts and take them into battle. Is that your plan, or?
The way link drives work, right? So I'll explain what they are to start with, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that they're essentially like warp drives, but they allow you to jump between servers. The rule there is that the servers have to be like linked. So
Right.
for say the official server, we can't really link with people apart from other official servers because people will be jumping in with cheated in ships using like the give command. But like between players, you can set up like sort of links with other servers that you're friends with and stuff, and then have battles and things like that. There are some things to help balance that, where you can't just jump in anywhere you like. You have to. It'll jump you to a random location on that server's map.
Oh, cool. So you can't just, like, FTL into, like, their base.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, man, I've been watching so much Battlestar Galactica recently, and I'm gonna make the Galactica, I think.
That's kind of where the idea came from, really.
Oh, you're joking. God, I think we should marry.
Yeah, so it has like a bunch of things. So the menu isn't actually in for it in this update, but I can put it down.
Oh, shit, I've got a link drive. Oh, my God.
And it spins around, and then once you set it up to jump, it gets faster and faster and faster and spools up, which is like sort of a visual cue.
I was gonna say, you literally spin up your FTL.
Yeah.
Shit.
I think I was going to do about 5 minutes for the spool up. That way you can't use it to escape things.
I don't know, man. Like, I saw a couple of PvP videos, and the battles took forever because people were just sort of circling each other and doing evasive maneuvers and
Yeah.
screaming.
There's been a few battles. They seem to go differently depending on how. If you've got a lot of crew, that helps a lot because you can fire more cannons and things like that. And the
Yeah.
game's sort of built to be towards that, where you have multiple people on a ship to run it, just to encourage players to work together.
Yeah.
Because if you have a ship where one person can control everything at once, it's not very fun. It's not really a multiplayer experience.
No, it's really not. One thing that I've seen that looked really cool as well was the radar system.
Yeah.
Have you got one of those you can plonk down? Because that looked fucking sweet.
Yeah. So let me just throw away all the stuff that's in my inventory. So the radar system is basically like sort of an idea I had about 3D UIs, and I wanted to do more of those sort of things in the game, where you have like a UI element, but instead of that, you'd have it in the game as like as a mechanic. So
Yeah, I'm trying to think of literally anything where I've seen that before. I guess there were.
so if you right click
shit.
that, it'll
Yeah, that's the noise that I think it should make.
it doesn't need a noise. A lot of the game is missing sort of sound effects and music.
Yeah.
The music's already being sort of produced by someone.
Oh, who's doing that? If you don't mind me asking.
Tim Rakowski. He did Six-Sided Sanctuary and 10-Second Ninja.
Oh man, I love 10-Second Ninja. That's excellent. So what? It's gonna have like a chiptune type feel, or
Sort of a mix of both at the moment.
yeah,
Of sort of an orchestral and a chiptuney sort of thing.
that's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, so like on the radar, the red blocks sort of represent static islands, the blue ones represent ships, and the sort of light orange is you.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I get it. I think.
so we're in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
It's always in the middle because it's relative to where the ship is.
Man, that's fucking sick. I can't bear it.
There's a lot of people that use like because if you just have an open place where your driver is, you can get shot by a cannon or something like that. So a lot of people use a system where they just use the radars to steer, and that's what we saw. We did some like team deathmatch style things where a bunch of players up, and that's what happened. Is they built like little tanks essentially fly by radar.
Dude, I saw like a pretty much just a Borg cube on here, and it looked absolutely incredible, steering by sensors and just.
Oh, that might have been Sorrow, who hosts this server, who's like a really old friend of mine. He built. There's a ship on here that's just a giant cube with cannons across all the sides.
Yeah, that was it.
It was part of the spawn for a while. Surprised it didn't get stolen.
Man, the fact that anyone can grab them, okay, I love.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. There's a lot of sort of pernickety stuff on. I'm gonna go straight into the Minecraft comparison because it's impossible not to at this point.
Yeah.
Sort of on Minecraft where they'll be like, no, you can't go in here. That belongs to another player.
Yeah.
And I hate that. I don't know.
I really dislike that, and it happens in a lot of games. Like the one that always comes to mind for me, which a bunch of friends have played a lot, is the Battlefield 2, where they just like, oh, you can't use the vehicles, and there's like no hard rules there or anything. It's like a game which, like, one of its main features is vehicles. You log into a server and no, you can't use vehicles. So I don't really want anything like that.
Yeah.
There's going to be a minor amount of grief protection used by the factions.
Yeah.
But the idea is that it is very free because games. I feel like too many games are very handholdy and like, oh, we'll just stop people from doing that. And I think it's a lot of fun when the stakes are so high. It's a lot more fun, a lot more intense.
I got to say, the sort of the ship creation stuff, because you have to gather all the resources yourself. It sort of reminds me of Eve.
Yeah,
which means that I don't know. I'm going to lose a lot of time. I mean, okay, we've reached an island. Yep. Okay, so what sort of resources will we find on an island?
So an island like this, for some reason there's a wooden plank floating in the air here.
Sweet, well I'm having that.
I assume there was originally trees here, but they've been cut out, judging by the holes in the floor.
Yeah.
So the grass islands have just sand, which can be turned into glass.
Right.
And just dirt. And trees usually, and there's some leaves growing here, and like long grass grows on these as well.
Yeah.
But I guess the main islands you want for building ships, apart from like these for wood, is pillar islands, which have like a lot of ores in them, and related things, which are like they appear quite low to the ground, well, low to the cloud layer.
Oh, right.
And they're like huge columns essentially.
Sweet, let's go find one.
Yep.
I suppose you probably know better than I do.
Roughly.
Let's go. Fuck, I'm gonna stand on the prow.
So you can regrow a lot of the resources as well. So like trees, if you just put like a log down on some dirt, it'll regrow.
Cool. I was gonna say, because, I mean, wood, it looks like a finite resource.
Yeah, it sort of is. Yeah. So you can so obviously the regrowing is fairly crucial, especially if you have a base or something.
Hmm.
You kind of need to be growing it because you'll soon sort of use up all the stuff around you,
Yeah.
and it becomes sort of like not very useful to go really far out to get wood.
Shit, I can't wait to be doing, like, resource runs. Oh my god, I can't wait to be a sky pirate.
Yeah, there's two guys who have played it since, or probably since like it was opened up on Dezora,
Yeah.
called Cassie and Grizo, who are two French guys, and they were like essentially the first pirates, but they had like entire ships built out of resources that we didn't really think were possible at the time.
Shit, that's awesome.
They just robbed it all from people rather than like mined it, and we were like, oh, they must be duplicating these items somehow, and then we kind of like kept an eye on them, and they were just going around destroying everyone.
Shit, I definitely want to do that. See, that's the thing. I love games without too much grief protection because they actually feel like they could happen.
Yeah, I feel like the grief protection is the players, right?
Yeah.
So if someone's being a dick, it inevitably comes back onto them because there's more people playing the game than there is, I'd imagine, being dicks. So
Well, you'd hope.
I hope, yeah. The community's been fairly good so far. We haven't really had anyone that's purposely griefing. I don't know if you saw on the stream where Killer was stealing all of our fuel for his ships.
Shit.
By spawning that in.
So where am I going to get fuel? Because it looks like magma.
Yeah. So you need to build a mass generator, which gets more fuel. So like if you look at the right hand side at the bottom, there's like a blue bar, which is kind of works like a mana bar, but for your ship.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
You have like +1 per second at the moment because you've got the thrusters use up a certain amount each, and the core of the ship just produces it like a small amount by default, and it has like a pool of 100 energy.
Okay. Is there a way to expand that pool, or?
Yeah, you get you can build power cells, which are a bit like batteries, which will extend the pool but won't produce power, and then you have a mass generator which produces extra energy per second.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna need to have like a giant turbine in the belly of the behemoth.
Yeah, and those are powered by molten rock, as you said, which spawn in what are they called? People call them bubble islands, so we'll just call them that.
I did take a look at sort of the wiki before I came on.
Yeah, none of the things had names, so I just kind of went with what players were calling them.
Shit. That's got to feel quite nice for the community. I mean, you said that you've got quite like a strong community.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's very small at the moment, obviously, but they are like the players that play a lot do play a lot, and they're all like friends and stuff, which is quite cool.
Yeah. Oh, that's got to feel great.
Yeah.
Man, how do I get my server onto the server browser then? If I'm gonna capitalize.
You need to make sure your ports are forwarded and everything like that.
Yeah.
But it'll, as long as you don't set it to private, it'll show on the list.
Oh, sweet. Okay, well.
There's like a bunch of people that like to play in the private, like play sort of, but to just either them on their own or with their friends. I don't think on your own it's particularly a good game because it is a multiplayer only game.
Yeah. I was wondering. That was actually going to be my next question. Like, are you planning on putting in any single player or like a story?
I think the problem with that is that everything's balanced towards multiplayer, so you sort of have to build almost a different version if you want to do a single player.
Yeah.
And I'm not really interested in making single player games at the moment.
That's the thing. I can completely respect that. I mean, just make whatever you want to make.
Yeah.
And please let me be a sky pirate. So long as those two criteria are met, I'm golden.
So I think I'm heading towards where I think Pillar Islands are at the moment.
Right. Okay. I was going to say,
It might be stream editing or something.
we're sort of sailing into the unknown. I mean, I'm looking at the radar. It says there's stuff in. Oh, good lord! It's all springing into life.
Yeah.
So the game's written in C.
It's written in C#.
C#. Okay, cool. That makes it easy to mod, right?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, because the nice thing about C# is that it compile its own itself, so you can compile other C# within an application.
Okay.
So there's going to be server-side mods and it'll run at like the native speed of the server, if that makes sense. Rather than when you have like a extra scripting language, it has like a quite a big overhead because you're like passing a bunch of data. Whereas if you just run it as if it was the language anyway, it's much faster.
I sort of get it, but I don't get it. Okay.
Oh, it doesn't matter too much. Just that it's super fast.
Oh, good lord, there's other people on here.
Yeah, he's just left.
My terror is just endless. So, wait, do you play the game a lot? I mean, do you actually enjoy?
Yeah, I play with. I'm usually on quite often. If not playing to talk to people.
Yeah.
People obviously. I get more bug reports in the game than I do like from the forums.
Yeah.
I think it's just that's fine because people don't have time to be reporting every little thing they find.
Yeah.
And I'm totally okay with that. It's just and playing with players is a lot of fun as well because you find things like balance things and for instance like the cannons used to fire like the arc used to be too intense, like they wouldn't go very far, and that meant when you're fighting with ships you had to get really close or just be above them, and it just ended up with the ships trying to get higher than each other to shoot at each other.
I was going to say, where's the ceiling?
The ceiling is really high up.
Oh,
so like, it goes from that white cloud at the bottom all the way up to the top, and you can build that entire distance, and it's 320 blocks high, I think.
That's fucking sweet. I mean, like, I've fallen off a lot, like in preparation for this, just because I wanted to see what happened. I wanted to see if there was like a lava down there or what.
Yeah, it's just sort of like a cloud layer, which kind of
it obscures the land below. It sort of reminds me.
There is sort of like generated a texture of a land which is like procedural as well, so you can sort of see like a landmass on the distance. But I did increase the sort of thickness of the clouds, so it's a little tricky to see now.
Man, you know what, Geronimo? Now what? Okay, here we go. I'm looking. Obviously, my spawn's up there, so I'll be.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, I saw it. I saw it.
There we go.
I saw the land below. It was like Hyrule. Shit, this does actually remind me a lot of Skyward Sword or that old TV show. What was it called? Stormhawks.
Oh yeah, was it like I don't know what it's called. I remember that on Fox Kids. It was called Skyhawks, something like that.
Yeah, I think it was either Stormhawks or Skyhawks or something. Either way, it was fucking excellent.
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking about just all of the stupid stuff that I'm going to be able... I mean, is there a goal to the game, or is it just...
It's kind of just player interaction, really.
Yeah.
So, like, build bases, blow each other up. You kind of create your own goal in that way. I'm hoping to do bosses when I add NPCs. So that can definitely be a goal you can build towards to kill with your ships.
I was going to say... how big will these bosses be? I mean, am I going to need to amass a small fleet, or...?
I think probably the biggest one that I'm thinking of at the moment will probably be fightable with one ship.
Right. So there's going to be no sort of...
That might be like a swarm type one or something like that.
No leviathans coming out of the ground.
It always comes down to like server performance in a game like this because you got to account for loads of like an untold amount of players.
Yeah.
Doing lots of things, and it's like the worst sort of game for like building performance as well because like it's procedurally generating things, it's like generating meshes on the client side and all that sort of stuff.
So the game's infinite. Like
no, you can set like when you start a server, you set how big you want the map size to be, and that's just so players on the design level players stay relatively close together. I mean, this map is 8,000 units squared, so that's about 13 minutes. Oh, here we are, some pillars.
Oh.
So that's about 13 minutes.
Wait a sec. Rather than wait a sec, there's some pillars. Can you just say land ho for me?
Land ho.
Yes! Oh, fucking sky pirates. Okay.
So these have like iron on. I always take people out to this one, so I'm not entirely sure how much iron's left out here.
Shit.
Like, that's the other thing with the fixed size map is that it kind of creates resource points in a way where like things are more common in other places, so you can take those over as territory essentially to have some kind of either like objective there, whether to take that or to defend it.
Fuck, so if I built a base on this with a giant sign that said Toby Ellis's Iron Islands, shit, I'm gonna have to employ a security force.
Yeah.
And that is
like one big faction at the moment, and they'll probably come and destroy you.
Yeah, but I'm the king of these islands, so Shit, this is truly excellent. These pillars look really cool as well. Like, I'm always amazed by how good voxel games can look.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of islands with they're all sort of very different shapes, and I like that. Some of them represent like sort of natural things, so these are like natural things,
Yeah.
and then there's the like giant spheres and stuff like that that were supposed to be sort of machines from a different age.
I saw some of those spheres on the wiki. Have you thought about your lore?
Sort of, yeah. The thing is that I want to kind of leave it a lot sort of open to interpretation. So, like, the idea is that there was a world. At some point, people moved up, and there'll be kind of clues as to why that happened. Um,
Shit, now
Now everyone sort of lives in these sort of sky islands using ships to sort of collect junk and old stuff from like all these relics and all these stuff that's left. And sort of putting together ships.
now oh, damn it, you need a theme tune. Can you give us a long ago in the land of Sky I don't even
Man.
in the land of Skylandia. A brave race of intelligent beings took to the skies to escape hordes of monsters. I don't even. This is fucking great. So
I would really like to have like other races as well, but I'm not sure. I've been thinking about them a little bit, and I'm not sure whether they fit in or not. To have like different races, like similar to what are those tiny like hamster people called in League of Legends? Oh, I forgot. Yordles.
Yordles, excellent.
Like a race like that would be pretty cool. Who try and steal stuff and things like that.
Oh, man, I want to be a Yordle. Maybe you could make the race system. Actually, no, because if you make the race system with the faction system, that'll be a race war.
Yeah, I think that'll be for NPCs rather than players.
Yeah.
I think players will always be represented by sort of humans.
Shit. Okay. Yeah, just pull us up next to it.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet.
Handbrake turn.
Ah, yoink.
So, like, this is the other thing: is as players sort of form their own sort of cleanup in a way because you get loads of ships left here, and I've seen this ship loads of times out here, so I know no one owns it, and it can just been taken apart.
I love that you've said that. Yeah, I've seen this ship loads of times, but I'm not a dick, so
I have no need for stealing people's things.
I guess you've got admin. But
Yeah.
but holy shit, am I an awful person?
Nope.
Yes.
Everything. If you leave anything that's not bolted down, it's gonna get stolen.
Shit. Will you ever put in a way to bolt things down?
So the way the faction system works, it will make it harder. On the sort of base level, I'm thinking. So you tag something with your faction in some way, right?
Right.
With a bunch of friends, and then you try and if another person that's not in that faction tries to mine that object, say a ship, they can't do it with normal tools. They have to destroy it with like a weapon.
Right.
So that being like a cannon at the moment. So that makes it a little harder to grief people and just steal stuff.
I was gonna say
it's the sort of like hardcore. You can go around and blow anything up.
I'm quite looking for. I'm looking forward to when this person signs on, and all of their engines are gone because their spawns here. Oh, sweet ladders! Because their spawn point is here.
Yeah.
So they're fucked. Is there a way to sort of reset your spawn to default?
Yeah, if you right-click the spawn again, it'll sort of unbind you from that one.
Oh, okay, I get you.
Reset back to the spawn because so it was an issue for a while where people would get themselves stuck out in the middle of nowhere where they just had like their energy well, which is like the core of the ship,
Yeah.
and then the spawn thing on top of it because someone left it there.
Right.
And there's obviously no way out of that situation unless you unbind from the spawn.
That's exactly what I mean. Like, am I ever gonna end up sort of Robinson Crusoe'd on one of these islands?
No. So, like I said, you can unset your spawn. So you
Yeah.
go to the start, and there's a reset block there, which will give you all your starter gear back, and that's kind of a temporary issue.
Yeah.
Where it's just to stop people screwing themselves over. I'm trying to think of a better mechanic at the moment. To replace that, because the reset block is sort of exploitable in that you could just put everything in a chest and then reset your inventory again, and then
I was thinking about doing that to make myself like a base pack behemoth, but I thought to myself, you know what? It's a new indie game. I don't want to ruin it.
it's all right because a lot of people do it, and I knew that was the case when I added it, but it was a sort of a lesser evil thing where I'd rather have people not like ending up with nothing and can't go anywhere than being able to just give themselves a bunch of monsters.
Shit, what is that? Oh no, it's dirt. Okay, I'm actually an idiot. Fuck. Okay,
Iron, but I can't see anything.
it's not a problem. We've got this control block out of it. Oh, sweet. When you control it,
Yeah,
it does it. Hang on, wait. Can we both control it at the same time?
yeah, you
Or-
can.
Oh my god,
Fighting for
I can fuck with you. This is great.
the you kind of fight for control, so it overrides the turns and stuff. Like by the latest person that does it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that when I added it, but it just works out the box, so I thought I may as well leave it in.
Okay, obviously the SS kilobits is a little bit it's a little bit endangered right now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you a huge favor.
Yep.
Can we see the cannons?
Yeah, we can indeed. Let me just drop all this junk. The problem is the client I have got is
Yeah.
what I'm working on at the moment, and it's missing being able to drop things. So I have to destroy them in my inventory. Iron cannon.
Lovely.
The cannons are another thing where we've only got like the first level of them, and you
Yeah.
can't really point them at anything, so they're sort of like static.
Will I ever be able to launch a giant laser, which I have to, I don't know, you like hit a button and then wait 2.5 minutes? Oh shit, okay, cannon's here. So I right click, ah, oh god, my ship is fucked. Oh wait, no, the ship's not fucked.
No.
Firing the cannon took energy.
Yeah.
I now understand.
So like that's where the energy comes in. Is that firing this sort of cannon takes 50 energy, right?
Right.
So ideally, a mass generator, and if you have lots of cannons, it becomes like an issue of you can't fire all your cannons at once because you run yourself out of energy really quick. And that's some of the things we've had in really big fights where
Yeah.
there's like a ship chasing another ship, but they're firing lots, so they run out of energy.
That's pretty cool though, that's really
Yeah,
tactical.
that's the balancing sort of aspect of ships, is that you have to be wary of that at least, and have a lot of teamwork as well, because obviously people at different ends of the ship firing away may not realize that their other teammates are also like hammering something with the cannon as well.
Is that something you planned, or is it something that just sort of organically happened?
That's absolutely planned. That was like almost the whole reason for it.
Yeah.
Is it becomes like a power management thing, and it's not a power management thing in the way that it's just a total pain, because it's easy to keep track of. It's like a huge UI asset, so it works really well, and it hasn't really been changed at all since I edited it, and that's probably one of the only things I haven't like had a redecide on, where I've been like, well, this could actually work better in this other way.
Shit. So wait, okay, how long have you been working on this game so far?
I'd say like about 2 years, but it was kind of like a completely different game up until about a year ago.
Right.
Because originally it started as like an isometric RTS, so
Really?
yeah, and it kind of just kept evolving. Because I was trying to build like maybe you play like Towns or
Yeah, I've played Towns. I'm a pretty big fan of Towns.
No Moria, things like that.
Yeah.
Sort of the Dwarf Fortress, like more easy to get into sort of games. It was something like that.
I was hoping you'd say the word Dwarf Fortress.
So I kind of went from that, and I found that when in an isometric setting with these, it was sort of built out of blocks in the same way, but in an isometric setting, so it was like 2D. So you can't tell the depth in isometric because of the way it is.
Yeah.
There's no an item that's really close to you is the same height as an item that's really far away. So
Yeah.
there's no depth telling there. So it became really difficult to build things that had any height to them. So I kind of moved to 3D then, and then I was like, I did an Indiegogo. I didn't really press it very hard, I guess, which was one of the issues. So sort of like that sort of game in a 3D setting, and then I was like, okay, so people didn't really like this.
Right.
Well, and then I was like, what can I really do that sort of pushes what I thought I could actually do? And I was like, airships would be really cool. And I'd sort of been thinking about airship games anyway. I was like, well, what do I do with airships? And I sort of like spent a long time sort of working on like how that would work, like the performance issues with that.
There's iron.
Well,
We've gone past it.
handbrake turn.
I'm gonna fire this thing. Pew. Oh, that's so awesome.
So I kind of went from that to what we have now. And it kind of like, as soon as I had the airships, like the world and the ideas that I had kind of just bloomed straight from that.
Yeah.
So it's been like a long time coming, I guess.
It's been
But
a long it's been a long time since I really saw like an airship game. Like there was that one that they released.
Guns of Icarus, I think, is
Yeah.
the only one I can actually think of that's like actually popular. But people love airships.
People fucking love airships. It's the Final Fantasy sort of it's just if you combine the word sky with the word pirate, instantly everything is fucking magic.
Yeah. Where was the iron?
Wait, I think it was down a bit. Oh, is that it? The speckly stuff.
I can't see where you're looking. I need to add heads turning in this. It was in originally, but it broke, and then I never bothered putting it back. But it's like a nice sort of player emote sort of thing in a way.
Okay, wait, what do I look like right now?
You look like a lumberjack. If you press I, you can see yourself in the inventory.
Oh shit.
Yourself with the middle mouse button.
I look fucking brilliant.
Oh, that's coal there. We can grab some of that for lights, though.
Oh, brilliant.
So coal is kind of something that I'm going to replace, I think.
Yeah?
Because it's too rare for the moment, and it can really only be... You can use it as a fuel, but it's better to use molten rock, sorry, because that's more plentiful.
Yeah.
It can be used for lights, and I was thinking of replacing them with some kind of like glowy bug or something.
What?
Capture and then put in glass, and then that's your lantern.
That'd be pretty cool. I mean, okay, let's talk player weapons, because that's what I really want. What am I gonna get to shoot people with?
So at the moment, I was working on it yesterday, and I streamed a lot of it.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun. But the main weapons are going to be short-range things, so like shotguns, sort of blunderbuss type things, maybe grenade launchers in the future. I'm not sure about that. So the reason for that is people sniping other people just means that everyone builds like a ship where it's just a turtle ship, where it has no open text and things like that. And I didn't really want to encourage people to build a certain way just because a weapon exists.
So you want, instead of sort of having people create like a sniper's nest, you want people jumping from ship to ship shouting, "Aha!"
Yeah, like proper pirate combat.
Oh, fucking...
Pirates with shotguns.
Excellent. What about, I mean, the weapon icon is like a sword. Is that...
Yeah, I'm not sure about melee. That's kind of in there, but as like as an icon there, but I'm not sure about it because it's difficult to do in a first person way where it feels good.
Yeah.
So like I don't want to offend people that play Minecraft here, but you have you have like melee in Minecraft, which is just hitting each other, and then like the alternative mechanic to that is jumping up and down so you get criticals, and I don't want to kind of...
It's fine. You know what? No one is going to... Hang on, wait. Did you leave the ship? Oh god, have I left you behind?
I'm on the roof. I'm on the roof.
Oh, I thought I'd left you. Okay. Yeah, a lot of... Minecraft is a piece of shit when it comes to combat. Like, people don't play Minecraft for the combat, and if they do, they should probably be playing something else.
Yeah. I mean, there's like these really great PvP mods and stuff like the Hunger Game mods and the sort of CTF ones and the ones that are sort of based on Quake and things like that.
Yeah.
And those are cool, but I feel like they're massively let down by the combat system in Minecraft. I mean, the bows are probably the highest, like the most detailed part of combat in that, and that's it really.
I saw the Yogscast remade the Unreal Tournament map Facing Worlds.
Yeah, God, that was a fantastic map.
Yeah, it was a really brilliant looking map, but you know, then you try and play something on it, and you just really want to be able to fire a cannon.
Yeah. So that's one of the things I'm worried about with melee, which is why it may never. I mean, like if you've got short range weapons anyway, does it need melee? Is my thought.
Well, you're gonna need to be able to push people off.
Yeah,
right?
It's true. You could have like a stick to push people.
Exactly. We need a stick, a poking stick.
And the thing as well is like if you have like a complicated sort of melee system, the timing with multiplayer games is a bit of an issue, which is why you never really see like crazy, complicated, like very fast melee in games. Is because it's the same sort of issue that you have with fighting games, whereas you're having a move or a swing or something that happens in 100 milliseconds. People might be like have a latency of 100 milliseconds.
Yeah.
They've already missed their chance to block or react to that sort of situation.
Latency is a huge issue whenever you're making anything online. I'm amazed that sort of you're not slipping backwards off the ship. I mean, how does that work?
Well, that's not the thing I took. Because the idea for the game was that I really want people not to have to clip into things.
Yeah.
So like I guess you sort of do with the steering wheel, but that's only because it becomes like awkward in any other situation just for the player to know. But like you can walk around the ship and move around and do everything you would normally do while it's moving. So I spent a lot of time making sure like the way that it works on a math level is that the player is has his position isn't relative to the world but relative to the ship.
Okay.
You don't that sliding situation where the ship sort of moved out of time with the player.
Yeah, I was gonna say because like there's a lot of there's a few mods on Minecraft that sort of do a similar thing, but they're all pig shit because
Yeah.
you just immediately fall through the
It's just
floor.
not built for that sort of thing. You have to. I feel like it'd be easier to build the game the way I did than build a Minecraft mod to do sort of like moving around chunks and stuff because they all use entities as well, which is super slow. Whereas this is like just another voxel chunk essentially as your ship.
But that's amazing because I'm diagonal right now,
Yeah,
and
so
I'm
you
on
can turn all that sort of jazz because it's just separate to the world, but it's still like an actual mesh, like voxel
my brain. Oh, I don't understand people that are good at things.
mesh. So I guess one of the things I haven't covered is that you can build your own items, you can sculpt them.
Yeah,
When so like at the moment I'm wearing a beard, which I forgot about completely.
I was about to ask where can I get a stylish beard like that.
I can.
Oh,
There's also a pipe that I need. So there's a beard on the floor for you there.
oh,
I
excellent!
think it might have just slid into the steering wheel unless
No.
you picked it up.
Yeah.
It would
Hang
look
on.
like a hat in the inventory.
Okay. Yep. There's a hat.
So if you just drag that over to your sort of hat slot next to your character.
Yep. I've got a beard,
Yeah.
and it says beardy weirdy.
Yep.
You've got a beard and you're weird.
You can name the items that you create as well. So
Have we met?
sorry.
Have we met? Because I have a beard and I'm.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
We haven't met.
Okay. So are these items server specific, or can I take them to other servers?
Yeah, they're service specifics.
Right.
And that's for like a lot of reasons, but mainly because it's just really not feasible to share them. Like, as like in India, I can't really afford the infrastructure to be holding millions of items
Yeah.
to share between servers. So I just given you an item kit which you can use to create them.
Sweet. Right. How do I use this?
Just select it on in your like item bar, which is E, and then scroll down to it and left click. Like,
Okay.
the menu.
Whoa. Okay. Cool.
So left click, I think, places it, and right click removes a block, and then there's sort of the palette to the left.
All right. I get you.
Change like the default. So there's like you can start with a full filled out cube or the tiny one.
Yeah. Oh, this is great. Whoa.
So there's like a lot of time to be spent on that, I guess, if you want to make something cool.
You know what? I'm just gonna call this basic description. It's basic as fuck.
So like people have built Darth Vader masks and shoes and like I don't know if my character's got shoes on. Oh, he has got shoes on. We made like these weird like elf shoes essentially.
Yeah.
And everyone that was sort of around like the first few days of the server has a copy of them because you're around.
How do I finish this? I think it might be off the screen.
Crate at the bottom.
Damn it! It's definitely off the screen.
Is it? That's a bit weird.
I'm using a shoddy television that I bought off a mate. So it's not the best. Okay, and we're back, and we need to put an escape key in there. if that's all right. I still can't believe how good that pipe is.
I think I can spawn them. I can't remember what it's called though. It's called pipe.
It's cool. I wouldn't worry about it, man. I mean, I'm happy enough with my beard. I now feel like an individual, which.
So you can do like body pieces, leg pieces, arm pieces, and hand pieces.
Is there any grief protection on that?
Well, you can't really steal them, so.
Oh no, I mean, can I put a giant swastika on the back of my head, or?
You could. And that's really up to the server.
I'm gonna give myself a giant boner.
That's really up to the server. I'm not too bothered about it. I can see why other people would be.
Shit, this is fucking excellent. I suppose we should probably wrap it up, because this video is going to be long. Interesting, but long. Is there anything else that you'd like to say? I mean, the game is, what, £4?
I think so, like $4.99. Actually, it's probably £4.
Yeah.
$3.99. It's $3.99.
It's $3.99 in the UK on Desora, so you should definitely go and check it out. We'll put a link at the bottom of the screen now. You are Ben Johnson, Mr. Benjamin.
Yep.
Do you have anything to say to the 4 viewers of Kilobits?
Buy my game for viewers.
You heard it here first.
Store, because I get more money.
Okay, so go to the Humble Store, John. I take it you're gonna. Okay, John is now nodding frantically that he's gonna. It's really nice to meet other sort of people in the UK who are into gaming and spend time stealing things from other people. Brilliant. Okay, so I've been Toby from the Kilobits, and if you like this video, don't forget to give us a like and maybe even a subscription, because that really helps us out. You can check us out at facebook.com/the Kilobits and on Twitter at the Kilobits. So, let's go onward to adventure. You've already scarpered, haven't you?
I'm flying around.
I can't believe you can fly.
But I can't remember the idea of it.
What are you spawning?
Apparently, just loads of blocks at the moment. Just wreckage. There's so much stuff that's just been destroyed.
Excellent.